Hi everybody, I'm Rockin Robin from CookingMexicanRecipes.com, and today I am making a basic cheese omelet with some diced onion. Now if you like your eggs well done or definitely not runny, then this is the recipe for you. Okay, our ingredients for this are going to be a couple of eggs, and then we're going to use some very finely diced onions. I'm not going to use all of this, this is just my bowl. And here I've got some grated cheese. This is Monterey Jack. You can also use cheddar, that works well. And we'll need a little bit of olive oil. The first thing we want to do is turn our heat on. So I've got a pan here, I've got a 10-inch saute pan. Want to mention that the sides are sloped. It makes it easier to turn your omelet over. And Teflon works great for omelets. So I've got this on medium-low. I'm going to add just a little bit of oil. Maybe a couple of teaspoons, maybe about a teaspoon. Okay, and we'll let that get hot. And we're gonna saute our onion first. I'm just gonna use a little bit of onion. It's finely chopped, and so you're not gonna get big chunks of onion in your omelet, which makes it nice, and the flavor distributes nicely all the way around. And it's a very nice, subtle flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna take, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon or so of onion. Okay, and then I'm just going to cook this. I'm going to saute this for probably about a minute or so. It's going to start bubbling up. Okay, so I'm just spreading my onions out in the pan, and I'm going to turn my flame up again just a little bit to medium because I want these eggs to cook well. Now what we're going to do is you want to scramble these up really, really well so you don't have any whites in them. You can use a fork or a whisk. All right, so I think they're ready to go in the pan. You can see the onions are bubbling away, and so I'm going to pour this in. And that way those onions are going to be distributed all the way around. Now we just want to tilt the pan a little bit. Now what we're going to do is just kind of let this sit for a minute. Now you can see the white around the edges of your omelet where it's starting to set up. A lot of people like to take their edges and push them in and then let the liquid get to the pan and firm up. But what we're going to do ultimately is we're going to let this set up, and then we're going to flip the whole thing over. That way you got all of your egg is going to get cooked well. There will be no runny stuff. So it's just a matter of waiting about a minute or two in this position. All right, so now I'm ready to flip it over. Everything is set as I shake the pan. You know, all of the liquid is pretty well set. So I'm going to flip it over like that. All right. Now, I'm going to place my cheese into half of the omelet. And then I'm going to flip this half over. Just like that. I'm going to let that sit for a bit so that the cheese can melt. And then I'm going to flip it to the other side and it will be ready to serve. All right, so now we're ready to flip it over one more time. You can see that the omelet is nice and golden. And we'll leave it here for just a few seconds, and then I'm going to pick it up here and I'm going to turn off the flame and I'm going to place it on my dish. So that's how you make a nice basic cheese omelet. So I'm going to have a little taste here. And cheese, I like to use that Monterey because it's nice and stringy and melts really well. That's a thumbs up. You notice I didn't add any salt to this, and you really don't need to because that cheese has enough salt in it already, but you could add a little pepper. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm going to hurry up and eat this because remember, it's got to be hot to be good. So we'll see you next time. Thanks.